love to share my screen with you. If let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I am looking to how can I find my PowerPoint here? There we go. There we go. Let me put this away. Frequency for a brighter future. Yes, we do have our own possibility to create that future, just like all these women here, including me and Dr. Tina, who are busy creating their future more and more and more. And you can do it yourself, but a lot of people say like, oh no, I cannot. It's not possible, not at all. So let me tell you, you can. You can use frequencies actually to create your new future or going on to the future you're already having. So it's not bullshit. It's really belief. And I'm going to show you that. That's why I have this PowerPoint. But let's first talk about my story and stress. Because how did I come at this place here? Because I actually was lucky to be in a burnout 3 times in my life. And the 2 times I did what the family doctor said, take it easy and do fun stuff. Well, I was a single mom with 2 kids with an extra attention disorder and doing it easy. Okay, how many moms here think they can do it easy with 2 small kids and having extra energy needed for them, time, everything? So what turned out for me, I was fighting and I kept going to make lives as good as possible for them. But in the meantime, I had a lot of emotional stuff. My then-to-be husband, I mean, when my son was born, 2 months after, another son was born from him. So a half brother for my son, and I was totally gone. Still wanted to stay together. Well, that was my wish. It was not his wish. So he left. And I was single mom right away in the midst of all my hormones still. Like, I mean, all women with kids know how long they stay, those hormones. And really trying to like, gosh, how am I going to make this a great future? I really want to not don't want to work for a boss so that way I'm gone for my kids all the time. I don't want that. I want to be my own boss. I didn't have the gut though, and I didn't have the self-confidence for that, and I kept fighting. And you all know that we keep going. We want to have the best for our kids. So as a mom, we keep going, especially as a single mom, you keep going 24/7. Well, that led to my burnout, and then my third burnout. So the third burnout, I thought like, I need to do something different here because 2 times I don't want to repeat this again and again. I had a history of 20 years of an RN, so I thought I had a lot of physical experience and knowledge. I have a history as a bioenergetic therapist, which is a psychoanalysis therapist working with the body. So I thought I knew a lot about the mind as well. But let me tell you, little did I know that stress was there. Gosh, I needed to do something else. And that's where heart coherence came on my path. It's a stress reduction method where you actually can see things on the screen. I'll show you in a minute. And because I was done, I mean, I was in that situation already for 8 years, and I really was ready to get out. And that's one thing, people. You have to be ready to change your situation and go full force for that. No side way, no plan B, just this plan A. This is what I want. So you put your full focus to that. Well, that's what I did. And I started to do the exercises. And I was kind of like, within like 2 weeks, it was kind of like, oh my goodness, this is how relaxation feels. Even though for 8 years, I thought I could relax, it was definitely not relaxation. What happened, my stress would be way above my head. And if it's like a little bit lower, that feels basically relaxed. Well, yeah, there's a difference of this. So this feels relaxed, but it was still there. And doing my exercises, and I did some more work. I worked on my mind and stuff, but you know, the stress went down, down, down. And I felt again like, wow, this is relaxation. So within 2 weeks, I was hooked to my computer. At that time, I could only do that on my computer because stress is visible, it's measurable, it's visible. And I was really kind of like, what? So, but it was happening in front of my eyes. And the the weirdest thing was that within 1.5 months, I was out of my burnout, an 8 year long burnout. I was kind of like scratching my head, like, how is that even possible? It usually takes 1 to 2 years, what I always hear. How is it possible? I was a coach already, so I decided like I need to do this coaching education because I want to know what's behind all this. I just didn't get it. Oh, I forget the most important part. After that 1.5 month being out of my burnout, I finally did what I wanted for like 15 years, never had the guts, never had the self confidence, thought I never would have the energy. I started my own business. There you go, entrepreneurs. You can start your own business. You can gain in no time the guts, the energy, the knowledge, everything to start your own business. But the self confidence and everything has to be there. So, hey, that's something you can grab. You have to do something for that, okay? But you can grab it. So I did the education. I started my business, did the education, and it was like, those slots in Las Vegas, you pull, and there's like tons of quarters coming out. It was like tons of quarters fell to my mind. Like I got so many insights, how stress works in the body, what it does to the mind, how the mind is of influence on stress, food, radiation, lifestyle. It's huge. But the best thing is, it's so easy to go around with stress in a good way. So, to decrease it, you have to do something for it. But let's first see, stress is acknowledged nowadays overall. But we as people, do we acknowledge that we have stress? No. And you know why? We do not feel stress anymore. Yes, when it's way up there, we feel stress. But believe me, a lot of science, this whole level of stress in between, we don't even know it's there. In the meantime, it's doing a lot. It's really influencing the way you think, whatever you attract in your life, and it has a huge influence on your total belief system. So, well, talking about future, that is your future. The way you think is important, what you attract is important, and what you believe is important. So we need to know more about that. Stress and its effects are measurable. What I said with the heart coherence, that's this part here. Stress is measurable in the heart rhythm. You can see it right there at the moment. 5 seconds difference, but you can see right what happens with that stress when you do certain exercises, like the heart coherence exercise. And this all works with the heart rhythm made visible on a screen. Nowadays, you can put it on a tablet, on your phone. I mean, you can do it basically everywhere where you want to do it. And then you can decrease stress within 1 minute, wherever you are and whatever you are doing. Believe me, the only way you cannot reduce stress is when you talk, eat, or sleep. For the rest, you always can decrease your stress. The other way of measuring stress, and that's where the frequencies come in, is the balanced body mind scan. That is really off limits. This is the most innovative technology in the world that not only measures all your stress level and brings it into sight. You can see that here. It can even do that up till your DNA level. I mean, you can choose for an organ. You can go to like the mitochondria, which are our energy makers of our body. You can go to the whole body, chromosomes. And you know what the biggest thing of this is? It's measuring a lot more than just your stress. It's measuring the effects, but also the stress source. And this is frequencies. That's where the frequency come in that I say is believe. It's not bullshit. This is 50 years of science. It's used in the cosmonaut programs. It's used in the high level military. So don't think this is la la. No, this is pure 50 years of science research and developed from science. And it can be done online even. And that's the biggest thing. I work worldwide with this. It's online. I mean, if we have a phone, we believe it. If I call somebody in Australia or in the USA, I can see the face, I hear the voice. It's all right there. And nobody doubts it. This, don't doubt it because it's real. It's really real. It's measuring the smallest particles of energy, the biophotons. And it actually measures with that, and you can see that all on the screen while we're doing this. You're there in the Zoom call. You can see on the screen everything we talk, we coach, everything within 2 hours. You know what is the reason that my stress is out of balance on certain organs or certain places. Is radiation. Is it food? Food has a huge influence on it. Is there maybe some pollution in the air? Is it other material? But most of all, that I work most with beliefs. It actually shows you the beliefs in what you are, what was actually blocking you. So the question is, what is your dream future? How many times are you looking forward like and thinking like, oh gosh, I want to go there. Yeah. Or maybe I want to go there. Or yeah, I know sure I go there, but how? I don't know. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. And you just keep sitting thinking there. Be like these kids. They believe in the universe and the universe. I mean, it's there. They don't say like, well, maybe I want to be. So, no, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a nurse. I want to be this. And I want to be rich. Things like that. They're just so sure. Let us take a little bit more of that child energy again. The only thing is, we are all having these blocks. So, what is keeping you from your dreams? Just write it down in a moment. What's keeping you away from your dreams? Getting that clear is already helping you to get more clear. But I can see and I understand why you a lot of times do not know because beliefs are for 95% in the unconscious. Yes, sorry for that. 5% are in the conscious, but 95% of our beliefs are in the unconscious. And when we are stressed, we go straight to that unconscious because our brain is not available anymore right away. So we go straight into that unconscious. And usually we go to the beliefs that are not the positive ones. The great thing is that we can unlock ourselves. You see, we are locking ourselves. We just say, like, I can't do it. I don't have the guts. I don't have the money mindset. I don't have the success mindset. I'm not professional enough. All these blocks, I mean, we are locking ourselves to it. And we believe it. We believe it's true what we think, but it's a thought. So ask yourself, is it real? The thing is, the great thing nowadays is that beliefs can then be made visible, the conscious and the unconscious. And within like 1 to 2 hours, you know exactly what is the theme, what kind of beliefs are blocking me to live actually this future. Just for an example, let's say we have here this the piece inside the lungs. There are a lot of signs, and those signs they mean something, whether it's imbalanced energy or it's not. Like all the yellows, perfectly imbalanced. But we do see here some dark square, and that's a lot out of balance. And then here we can see out of DNA level or in the now, and everything in between. Like, what are the beliefs there? Let's say in this example, at the DNA level, somebody came to this world and was already hard on himself. It's a belief they either got from their mom, their dad, or even further away. But this is a belief you come to the world with, to be hard on yourself, or not liking yourself and then belittle yourself like, yeah, I'm not good enough to do that. No, that's not for me. Other people are a lot better in that. See, we belittle ourselves. We know so much. We accomplish again and again every day. We learn things. We're getting better. We have more knowledge. We're getting stronger. Everything. But then we go idealize. I never can say this word. I'm Dutch, so I'm from the Netherlands. Yes, so yeah, we go make other people bigger and ourselves smaller, or we are really afraid to take up room. I see that one a lot. Take up space, a room, take your place in the world, to show yourself, like the people who are really afraid to go on YouTube or Facebook. So, but also in the now, an aversion towards new things. That means like trying it in a different way, think another way, listen to some ways people that tell you you can do it this or that way, listen to it instead of, yeah, sure. So there's so many things. And it comes out of that scan right away. So within no time, you know exactly what is holding you back. And then you can work on that a lot quicker. I mean, I could not know all this, not even in 20 regular sessions, coaching sessions. I would not have all the information that I would have here in 2 hours and giving you all the tips already in that and coached you in those 2 hours. So the scan also will help you. Like here, it will measure like what way of electromagnetic or geopathic stresses are there. So you know, like, hey, I have other things to do as well. It will check your food exactly what you can eat or not eat. But it also will help you to change other things. It will give you some essential oils that you can use, or it has straight optimizations, affirmations that you can think, because that's the core problem. And these are the affirmations that really would help you out. And then with the scan, we balance your energy, so it's a lot easier to change the stuff around. At the same time, working on stress is so important, because stress really influences all of that. That's what gets everything out of balance. And it's our thoughts first that deliver us stress. So that's a whole different story, but I could talk hours for this, but I won't. This scam is amazing. Dr. Bruce Lipton, I don't know if you know him, he's the man from the epigenetics. And he says that by changing our beliefs, we can change our DNA imprints, and that way we can change our future. Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it? To change our future. He said it also, our beliefs control our bodies, our minds, and thus our lives. Well, he had the scan and he was blown away by it, because it's the only technology that shows you the beliefs that are blocking you, which are underneath everything. So he said this needs to get out in the world for it can heal the world. Well, that's why I'm here, to bring it out in the world, to let everybody know, don't take the long road, take the short road. Grab that future in your own hands and live it, create it the way you want it. Get those blocks out of the way. So it starts with preventing stress and burnout. Like what I did, as soon as I had my stress levels really down again, I was me again. And that's where my clarity came, my goals came. I could think creative again. That's where I started my business, because I had the guts again, and the self knowledge and the self trust, everything. So, how do you prevent stress and burnout? Know your stressors. What are the things that give you stress, as far as you can tell? Of course, like, you don't know which geopathic stressors will ruin your energy, but that's what the scan is for. But also know your stress symptoms. What are your symptoms in your body and your mind and your behavior that tell you your stress levels are high? That way you recognize it's going up and you can do something about it. Delete whatever is not helping you. And that's a whole lot. So write down what's not helping me to feel great. Then let it be measured if you're not sure. Because again, we do not feel stress anymore. And that's the biggest problem. Do things like heart coherence or mindfulness. They're both
Yeah.
great. Mindfulness is the one on that you can see. And then the lifestyle, food, movement, radiation prevention, everything. So,
Hey, I love, what are some kind of foods that we can eat, right? I'm a foodie just like everyone else. What kind of food, Carla, that we can eat to decrease stress and to decrease burnout?
well, that's the fact, Tina. That the thing is, we think there's a lot of food that we think is very healthy. Just for instance, an orange. We think an orange is very healthy. It is. There's a lot of healthy stuff in it. But it might
Right.
be that at this moment, something in your body, either your guts, your bowels, or maybe the whole bowel system, definitely do not like oranges because the frequency from the orange is really blocking the frequencies of the bowel system. And then there's a
Wow.
lot of healthy food out there that we think is healthy and overall it's healthy. But for this moment in your life, it might literally block a lot of your energy. And with that,
Wow.
bring you into an old belief system.
Well, you know what, Carla? All I can say is that's huge right there. That's so huge because we never think about the frequency of food, right? We never think about, I've never thought about that. Even when I help patients with weight loss, I would say, hey, listen, an orange is 18 grams of sugar. You don't need that, right? But I never thought about the frequency. So, what I would love for you to do is, Carla, listen, we have a poll up, but I want you to go back to your screen. I want you to offer your free download because I mean, seriously, like, is frequency, is it real or is it bullshit? So, Carla,
Well, did I answer that question at least?
yes, you did. Thank you so much.
Let me see how I can go back. How do I go back? Let me find out. I want to go back to you. There you are. So,
Yes.
yeah, to get my freebie, I had it on my screen. You didn't see that?
Yeah, we did. But you know what? Just give us your website. Just go ahead and say it, right? People,
Oh, it's
some people
the
like
website is
they need to hear
the
it. We have audio learners and people who retain just by
FPL
hearing. We have
learners.
visual. Yeah. So go ahead. Tell us what's the
Great.
website.
Yeah, the website is live-mindcreation.com. So, and if people want to write me more info,
Alive-mindcreation.com.
yeah, live-mindcreation.com. So that's where you can find everything from here. And I just want to give this freebie away as well, because that is a very important one for people. And I don't know if you get it, because I cannot get in the chat somehow. It doesn't get to me. So, but this is information, a lot of information about stress, etc., and lifestyle, everything. So if people can put that freebie, somebody can put that in the chat, that would be really great. It's a free PDF. So I hope you can do something with it, and I hope you are really inspired and know a little bit more about stress now. So I'm going to give it back to you, Dr. Tina.
Well, you know what, Carla? All the way from the Netherlands, I appreciate you. There were 29 people watching, and there are questions in the chat. If you can see the chat, they want to know what's the
Oh, yeah,
difference between stress and burnout. And it's a plethora of questions. So connect with those people in the green room, if you will, so you can answer their questions. We're all about information. We're all about making sure that all minds are clear. We're all about making sure that people are empowered. And if I don't know anything else, I know they say knowledge is power, but I don't agree with that. Knowledge, when it's applied, makes it power. It is not powerful within itself. It's kind of like a seed. A seed is not powerful until you plant it in the ground, until you water it, until you toil the ground and make it arable. That is when the seed is powerful, because after it has the right environment, it bursts open into that beanstalk, into, that bamboo, into that mighty oak tree, and you have actually planted seeds today. So I am in awe, Carla, and I thank you, thank you, thank you. And I thank you for being bold and being able to say, listen, frequencies is real. It is not BS. It's not BS. So Carla, thank you so much. Bye
Thank
for now.
you. And I'm going to find out how to get in the green room.